أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, we start by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we send our salam and salawat on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our sins and shortcomings and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this time and effort that all of us are giving to learn the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He accept this as good deeds from us, and inshallah ta'ala have mercy on us in this world and in the akhirah, inshallah ta'ala. So alhamdulillah, the week before we started our journey of the second half of this course, which is the fail study, and we started with the past tense, inshallah ta'ala. So we'll continue our study on past tense. About the timing, because I have to, because of some reasons, I have to move the timing half an hour early. And next week, I think we will have a daylight saving starting again in Australia. So Asia will be like probably 8:45 from next week at this time, and also Maghrib is like 7:10. So I'm thinking to have a timing what is good for all of us, because we have a sister from Canada. There's some brothers and sisters from Bangladesh also joining this. So we can't keep it at 9, because I think it will be after Asia, it will be too late for people who are in Australia. So I'm thinking like 7:30 p.m. So after Maghrib, 7:30 p.m. or 7:35. So Maghrib starting at 7:10. So after that, inshallah ta'ala. So we'll keep it at 7:30, and then we probably have to move it because the time will be changing. So Isha will be going a bit back, and Maghrib also will be going back like 7:10, 7:30. So we'll see how we go, inshallah ta'ala. Just keep an eye on the WhatsApp message group, and then we'll keep you updated, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. If you have any concern on that, I mean, I know it will be probably some problem for some brothers from Bangladesh, because they don't have daylight saving, so it will be during their work time. So, I mean, nothing much we can do, because we can't delay too long, after Isha, because after Isha, everybody's kind of, it will be too late, because 8:45 is starting Isha in different mosques, right? And it will be like 9 o'clock, and then after that, so we can't start after 9:30. It's going to be too late. Okay. So if you have a bit of a concern with that, so please message me and let me know, and then we can change it and decide. That's how we go. Okay. So for now, next week probably we'll do 7:30 p.m. Sydney time, and then I'll let everyone know, inshallah. Okay, let's start with our review, what we started. And as we know that the fail is a bit challenging than the ISM studies, right? So we're gonna go a bit slow, and I want all of you to understand and go slow, because there's not that much of a clue like we had in ISM. So fail is sometimes a bit hard to recognize and hard to understand. But if you take it slow, inshallah ta'ala, it will be easy for you. Okay, Allah will make it easy for you. Okay. So we said that these are the topics that we're going to talk about. So we're still on the topic number 1, past tense, okay? And then today, actually, we're going to touch topic number 2, jumla fi'liya, kind of, okay? And I already mentioned that every fail actually is a sentence by itself, okay? So we're going to talk about 1 and 2 today, and then slowly we'll go to the next ones, okay? And here we have the chart, okay, of the pronoun chart, because all the fail moves around like with the pronoun charts. We had these examples, we talked about those, and we said that every time, every pronoun has a different fail, kind of, okay? So there are around 14 words that the fail changes, okay? And this is the chart we did up to this one, okay? And then we did some exercise, I think, okay? So huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum nasaru, hiya nasarat, huma nasarata, hunna nasarna, Anta nasarta, antuma nasartuma, antum nasartum, anti nasarti, antuma nasartuma, antunna nasartunna, ana nasartu, and nahnu nasarna. Okay. So nasara is the example, and there are many, 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 many fails, and that follows the same pattern, pattern. Okay. There are some irregular fails, but as I said, these are not topic of our basic level course, so this is for advanced. But many, 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 and most of the 99% fail, or the past tense, they follow the same thing. Okay, so if you know this is a past tense, this word means a fail, and it's the past tense, you can make 14 word out of that if you know the pattern. So the first one is just a normal one, then the second one has an alif, third one has a y and an alif, like hum nasaru, and which pronoun is that? So it's very easy to find from there. So it shouldn't be a problem with that, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. The next thing that we're going to talk about, so there are, as you can see here, Nasara, 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 Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarata, Nasarna, and Nasarta, Nasartuma, and Nasartuma, Nasartuma is the same. Okay. Now, out of these 14 words, okay, so there's two, yellow one is the same. So basically 13 words, right? So Nasara and Nasarat. Nasara means he helped, and Nasarat means she helped. These two has some special quality, some special, uh, you can say like some special clue. Okay, these are out of this 14, these are two very important one. Why? And we're gonna know it in it soon. Okay, so obviously all of them we have to learn. We have to know their pattern. Okay, and it's easy because if you just follow the pronoun chart, it will be easy for you. Okay, as you can see, the anta is nasarta, antuma is nasartuma. Okay, so it's just the ending part adding to the fail, right? So that's pretty simple. Ana nasartu, nahnu nasarna with an alif. Okay, so it's easy to follow, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, now these two, nasara and nasarat, is a bit important. Why? I'm going to show you soon. Just remember, so he helped and she helped. So he helped and she helped is the inside doer. Okay, just like in. So inside doer means the doer, the fail is already inside it. And how we know that? By the chart. So if I say Nasar tu, who helped? I helped. So the doer is I because Nasar tu. If I say Nasar tuma, then you say it means antuma, meaning both of you helped. If I say Nasarna, okay, that means they all, hunna. So you know the inside doer, okay? Now, but the doer is called file in the fail language. So it's called file because it's called the doer. Okay. So the verb is called the fail and the doer is called file. Okay. And each of the inside doer is a file. Okay. So if I say lasarna, what is the file? Nahnu is the file because nasarna. Okay. But if you notice that the what we learned last week, it's all about pronoun. He helped, she helped, we help, they feminine help. But we don't talk always with pronoun. I can say Kareem helped, Allah helped us, right? We can say something, okay? So it's not always pronoun, right? I can say the brothers from the masjid, walked in this path, okay? I can say like, the sisters in the masjid cooked the food, okay? So it's not always pronoun. So how are we going to deal with those ones? The one there is not a pronoun, there is really actual fail. Someone is doing the job. It has a name or a group of people or something, okay? In that case, we have to remember few things, okay? That is, for example, the examples are Allah help, Maryam wrote, the Muslim knew. Okay, how are we going to say all these things? Okay, these are also fail, right? Because we don't say He helped, Allah helped. Okay, how are we going to say that? To do this, we call these things outside doer, meaning they are not inside doer. They are not a hidden pronoun. There's not a pronoun for Allah helped. Okay, so they are outside doer, meaning the doer is not inside the fail. It is something else. If I say Karim donated, okay. If I say Fatima studied, okay. So all this example, they are fail. They are the doer, but they are not inside doer. They are not inside hidden in the pronoun. What is inside doer? Inside doer are the pronouns that we learned last week. Okay. Now, how are you going to do outside doer? How are you going to know which verb is to use for the outside doer? And that's why those two, Nasara and Nasarat, is important. Okay. So the rules for the outside doer, it must come after the fail. What does it mean? So you'll have the fail. So a verb, it could be helped, it could be wrote, it could be cooked, it could be worked, anything. Okay. And the outside doer, the word that's doing the job, has to be in the Rafi status and after the fail. It should come after the fail. And the fail, the cooked, worked, and everything, because in Arabic, there's no fail by itself. Okay. In English, we can say, cooked. Okay. She cooked, he could, Mariam cooked, Abdullah cooked. Okay. We can just would put the, doer before the verb. But Arabic doesn't work like that. The Arabic, the fail is already inside doer. There's already a built-in pronoun inside it. Okay. So to make it work, we have to use the he or the she inside doer. And then if there is a normal ism after the fail, and that is in a rafa status, then that fail will be replaced by the outside doer. Okay, I'm going to show you some example. I know it's confusing maybe, but I'll show you the example and you'll understand, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so for example, the Muslim helped. How are you going to say that? There's no pronoun for Muslim. I mean, there's no special fail. Okay, we need to say Nasara. Nasara means he helped. Al Muslimu is our outside doer and it's in Rafa status. So that means the Muslim helped, not he helped. Okay. This this process of thing, like to make an inside doer invisible or replaced by an outside doer, it happens only with two fail, the he version and the she version. That's why out of the 14 words, these are the two important ones. Okay, meaning without the he or the she, this cannot happen. Okay, you can't have Nasartu and Al Muslimu. You can't have Nasarna Al Muslimu. You can have Nasartuma. No, none of them. If it is a outside doer, and if the outside doer is a masculine, it's a masculine thing, you must use a he version of the fail. Okay, if it is feminine, use the she version of the fail. And also you have to remember, unlike English, the file has to be after the fail. In English, always come before. Like I say, Karim wrote the letter. If I say Muhammad helped the people, so always the subject or the doer comes before. In Arabic, is opposite. You put the fail first. Which fail? Either he or the she version. He or she depends who is the doer, outside doer. And the doer comes after the fail. It can be sometime right after the fail, or it can be there could be something between them also, like between the fail and the file. Okay. But file, the doer is always after the fail. Okay, and it has to be in Rafi status. Rafi status. See how we learn the ism Rafi status number gender still is coming in the lesson, right? Because we have to use that one. Okay, if it is not in Rafi status, if it is in jar or nasab status, then it's not an outside fail. It could be something else. We're going to deal with it later, but it cannot be the outside one. Okay, so if you see a fail in the Quran when you're reading it, a past tense fail, and you recognized it, it's a past tense fail, and you also recognize that it's either he version, which is huwa nasara, or is hiya nasarat. So either of these two versions. Then don't just translate it with he or she. You have to wait and check, is there a rafa, after this, is something, an ism after this in rafa status. If it is, then that is the fail. That is the doer of that fail. Okay. So let's do some more example and it will be clear for you. Okay. Khalaqallahu. Khalaqa means he created. The word khalaqa, like Nasara, means he created. Okay, he created. Okay, but here the word Allah is in Rafa status. Okay, so the word Allah is fulfilling all the condition that it has to have to be an outside doer. It is after the fail. It is the same matching gender because the word Allah is masculine gender. And khalaqa is also he version, and the word Allah is Rafa. Okay, then. So that's why it is very important. It is very, very, very important. Even when you're reading or memorizing the Quran or saying something, okay, these things have to be very, very careful. Because if you don't do this, if someone say by mistake, if I say khalaqallaha, then the translation will be completely wrong and it will be wrong in all the way. Alaka means he created. And if I put the word Allah in nasab status, that means he created Allah. Astaghfirullah. Okay. So you have to have the in the if the meaning has to be proper. Okay. So it has to be in Rafi status. If you want to use that as the outside doer. Okay. Let's look one more example. قال الكافرون. قال is a is a fail, is a past tense. Qala means he said. Okay. Now this past tense is not a very simple one, but why is it not very simple one? Because by looking at it, you can say, oh, it's only two words. Actually, there's not two words, it's three words, three letters, so not words, three letters. Of, alif, and lam. Like Nasara has three letters, Noon, Sod, and Ra. Qala also has three letters, Qa, Qaf, and Alif, and Lam. Qala, okay? And Qala means huwa qala, huma qala, hum qalu, okay? Hiya qalat, huma qalata, hunna, kulna, okay? Just like this, okay? You have to follow the same chart. Okay, so here we have qala al-kafiruna, okay? Qala means he said. Now the word al-kafiruna clearly is in Rafa status una. So and one more thing, only the gender has to match. It doesn't have to match. You may think, okay, al kafiruna is plural because al kafiruna means the disbeliever, una muslimuna, right? You can say okay, kala means he, but by outside doer is in plural. So is it okay? It's okay. It doesn't matter. Gender number doesn't matter. You only have to have the he or the she version of the fail, and if the ism after that in Rafi status and is matching the gender, then that is the outside doer. So qala al kafiruna means the disbeliever said. The disbeliever said. Okay. Allama al muslimuna. Allama al muslimuna. Allama means to teach someone. So allama means he taught. Now the word al muslimuna, just like al kafiruna, is again it is rafa and it is after the fail, so it matches everything. So al muslimuna is the doer. So the Muslims with an S taught. They taught something to someone. Okay, the Muslim taught. Okay, if I say rabihat tijaratuhum. Rabihat tijaratuhum. Okay, this is from Surah Al-Baqarah. Okay, very early in the Surah Al-Baqarah, right? Rabihat. Rabihat sounds like Nasarat. So this is a feminine pronoun. Rabihat. Rabihat is Nasarat. Okay. Rabihat means to be benefited. She benefited. She benefited. Now the next word is tijaratuhum. Now, is this word in Rafa? Anyone? Tijaratuhum.
Yes.
Okay. How do you know it's Rafa? Can you explain?
The to whom is
Yeah,
pronoun.
too.
Yes, so tijaratu. Okay. Now tijaratu, whom actually is a mudaf and mudaf ilay. Tijara means, do you know anybody know what the tijara means?
Business,
Business. Okay. So tijaratu whom means
their business.
their business. Very good. Their business. Okay. So the whole tijaratu whom actually is a mudaf and mudaf ilay, which we learned long time ago, right? It's because attached pronoun. Okay. But the tijaratu is pronoun. So tijaratu whom means their business. And tijaratu is a feminine word. It has a ta marbuta. You cannot see it now because whom has been attached to it, but tijaratu is a feminine word, okay? Because business is a non-human plural, okay? So it's a feminine word, okay? And it says ta marbuta anyway in the normal word, okay? So it's a feminine, that's what Rabi had. So it means their business benefited. Their business benefited, okay? It's not she benefited because tijaratu is replacing the inside doer she because it's in Rafa status. It's in Rafa status, okay? Next one, ittaba'ana rasula. Ittaba'ana rasula. Now the first one, the ittaba'ana is a fail. What is the pronoun in this fail? Can anyone tell me, please?
Na.
Na,
Which is which pronoun?
ana, nahnu,
Nahnu. Yes, very good. Nahnu. So if it is the nahnu pronoun, do you need to check whether there is outside fail or not? No, you don't need
uh,
to, because it only works outside file is only works for he or she version. So the first condition is that the fail has to be either he or she version, but you said it's a Nahnu version, so it's not gonna work. That's number one. Number two, even it were a he version, suppose, look at the word ar-rasula. Is it Rafa?
nasab.
It's nasab, so it's not the doers. It has to, so both condition is not fulfilling here. So here ittaba means to follow. So ittabana means we followed. So you have to keep the pronoun because there's no one to replace that pronoun. Because you can't replace a we pronoun. You can only replace a he pronoun or a she pronoun. So ittabana, as we said, na comes from nahnu. So it is means we followed. What did he follow? Ar-Rasula. That's why Rasula is Nasab. We followed the messenger. Okay? That's why Nasab is the details. So we followed. What did he follow? We're asking the question, what did he follow? Okay, we follow the messenger. And that's why the word Rasula is Nasab, because Nasab means details. Okay? And we're going to talk about this more in fail. That Nasab has a different name. It's called Maf'ul, and we're going to talk about it very soon, inshallah. Okay? Next one. Allama al-Qur'ana. Ar-Rahman allama al-Qur'an, right? So allama al-Qur'ana. Allama means he taught. Okay. So it's a he pronoun. So it may have a outside doer. Look at the word al-Qur'ana. Is it Rafa or Nasab or Jar?
Nasab.
Nasab. So can it be a outside doer? Can it be a
No.
file? No. That means how should we translate this?
He taught Quran.
He taught the Quran. He taught the Quran.
He
Yes.
taught the Quran.
If someone say Allam al Quranu, then the translation will be the Quran taught. So the Quran will become the file. Okay. But Quran is not the file. Okay. Here the Rahman is the file. Okay. I mean, if this is the first ayah of Surah Rahman, right? So Allah say Ar-Rahmanu, the first ayah, Allam al Quran. It is the Rahman, he taught the Quran. Okay. So here the Quran is not the outside file. Okay. So it is normal nasab status, just like Ar-Rasula. Is the concept clear to everyone, inshallah?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody good? Okay. Okay. Next one, let's see. Allamat Maryamu.
Mm.
So what will be the translation of this? Allama means to taught.
Maryam taught.
Maryam taught. Yes, because Maryam is in Rafa status. Yes, very good. Nasarat al-Muslimatani.
Mm. Two Muslima helped.
Very good. Two Muslim help. Although Nasarat, very good, brother. You are correct. So although the Nasarat is singular, and we said out of all the 14 pronouns, only the he and she can be used for the outside doer. Okay. So it doesn't have to match the gender. Sorry, the number. Gender is fine. So because Nasarat is she, so Muslimatani means two Muslim women or two Muslima. Okay. So although there are two, but we're still using Nasarat because that's the only one we can use. So yeah, two Muslim women or two Muslima helped. Okay, very good. Next one, let's see. قال له موسى. قال له موسى. So is there an outside doer here? That's my first question.
Who?
And lahu, what is lahu means?
Destruction.
No. That's a different
For
word.
him.
For him, yes, for him. Yeah, lahu means for him. Yeah, la means for, who
To
means.
fall for him to Musa or something.
Hmm. Yeah, so here the word Musa is non-flexible. So it could be Rafa, it could be Nasab, it could be Jar. But if it can be Rafa, then you consider as Rafa. So qala lahu Musa. So forget about lahu for the time being. The rule is that you have to have the he version. Kala is the he version. He said.
Mm.
Is there a pronoun? Is there a noun after that? Ism after that which can be Rafa? Yes, there is Musa. So Musa said. And lahu, if you want to translate it for him, you can say Musa said for him. Musa said for him. So that is the
Okay.
one. Okay. Qala lahu Musa. Okay. And whether the next section that you said, that's lagwi. So lagwi. Okay. So that's a different ism word. Okay. But this lahu is laugh means for and who means him. So for him. Okay. Or to him. Sometimes la also means to. Okay. So qala lahu Musa means, so this example shows you that the outside doer, the file, doesn't have to be next to the fail all the time. There could be something in between them as well, just like lahu. Okay, lahu is in between them. Okay, so it could be there as well. Okay. Okay, let's look at some other things. So this is a very important concept. Okay, and it's going to come back again and again. We're going to talk about it. It's going to come back actually in present tense as well. Okay, and we're gonna see a lot of these things. So and now we're going to see something with attached pronoun, because now we know that how the sentence can be formed. Okay, we saw that the tail is traveling through the pronoun charts. Okay, but sometimes the pronoun can also be attached with an fail itself. Okay, so there's a hidden pronoun inside as a doer from the chart that we learned. Sometimes the pronoun can also be attached with the fail. Okay, that's what we said when we learn pronoun. If you remember, we said the pronoun can be attached with ism. When they get attached with an ism, they become mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Pronoun can be attached with harf. We see a lot of harf, like minka, fikum, all this harf of jar, harf of nasab, la'allakum, right? So pronoun can be attached with harf. Now we're gonna see pronoun can be attached with fail as well. Okay, and what happens to them? So independence attached pronoun are always rafa. Once hidden inside the fail are always rafa, and when attached to a harf, they are jar. They are because they are harf of jar. Okay, when attached to a harf of nasab, they are nasab. When attached to an ism, they are jar because they are mudaf ilay. When attached to any fail, they are nasab because they are detail. So when pronoun get attached with with a fail, they became the details of the fail. They became the details of the fail. What do you mean by details of the fail? Details of the fail means action. On whom this action has been done. So they become details. So if you ask a question to the fail, who did it, when you did it, how did it, okay? So that actually comes as a fail, attached fail in the pronoun, okay? And we're going to look at some examples, inshallah ta'ala, okay? For example, qatala means to kill, and it's a he pronoun. Qatala means, okay? So he killed them, okay? So whom is attached with the fail here, okay? We so far we learned that pronoun can be attached with sorry, 1 second. Pronoun can be attached with noun and everything, but in this case it is attaching with a fail, and fail is whom in this case. Okay, so qatala huma, so it means he killed them. Don't think the whom is the outside doer, because it's attached pronoun. Attached pronoun cannot be outside doer. Outside doer can be only that is a ism in a rafa status. Okay, attached pronoun cannot be outsider. So sometimes what people do, from my previous experience, when I give you example like this katala whom, they say, oh, they killed, because whom is there, whom means they. So katala means to kill or fight. So they fight or they kill. No, katala means he killed. It's a hua katala. Okay, and whom is the attached pronoun. He killed who? He killed them, or he fought them. So whom is the details here? Who did he fight? Who did he kill? Them. Okay, so that's what it means here. Next one, Nasaraka. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of that?
He helped you.
Yes, he helped you. Very good. He helped you. So give me 1 second. Yeah, he helped you. Very good. So here the ka is the coming from the anta attached pronoun. So he helped you, and it becomes the details. This is called details. Who did you help? You. The question answer is you. Okay. Ittaba'ani. What does that mean? Ittaba means to follow.
Follow me. He follow me. He follow.
No, he followed. He followed me.
He
It's a past
followed.
tense we're learning, right? So he followed me. Okay. Kazzabuka. Kazzaba means to call someone liar. Kazzaba means to call someone liar. Kazzabuka. Can anyone else answer? Maybe
He called you liar.
no, not correct.
They called you liar.
Yes, very good. They called you. Brother Musaddiq, do you know what mistake you did? It's not he, it's kazzabu. Did you see the wa after ba? So hum kazzabu. So kazzaba, huwa kazzaba, huma kazzaba, hum kazzabu. So they. So they. So you have to see the which pronoun it has been used. Okay. So kazzabuka, they called you a liar. They called you a liar. Okay. The next one, let's see. Khalaqakum.
He created you, yours.
Almost
He
there,
created
99,
You
not 100.
all. You
Yes,
all.
you all. Now you're 100. Yes. Khalaqakum. So antum, right? He created all of you. He created all of you. Okay. He created all of you. Okay. Next one. Okay. Let's look at this one. We already talked about this. So fail, past tense and present tense we're going to talk about. We talked about the fire, inside doer and outside doer. Now the maf'ul is the details. Okay, so maf'ul is the details. So see all this attached pronoun that you saw, right? You know, he killed them. Okay, uh, he created all of you. Okay, he followed me. So all the attached pronoun are the details. And in fail studies, we know in Islamic studies, we say details means nasab. And actually they are nasab. They are nasab. They will be nasab status. Okay, but they have a different terminology in fail study. It's called maf'ul. Maf'ul. So fail means the action, fa'il means the doer, and maf'ul is the details. The the action that was done by the fa'il on something. That something, what the action has been done on something, that something is called maf'ul, the details of the action. Okay. So what we learned so far, fail is the main verb, meaning the main action verb. Okay. File is the doer, and there could be two kinds of file. Either it could be inside doer, so that means there's no outside doer. It could be one of the pronoun, one of the 14 words from the pronoun, or it could be outside doer, like khalaqallahu. Okay, you know that allama al-Qur'ana. Okay, just like that. Okay, it could be used outside doer, it could be inside doer. Okay, and maf'ul is the details. Maf'ul sometimes could be an attached pronoun and it could be something else. Okay, there are different types of maf'uls. Okay, so for example, if you look at this sentence, and we did similar kind of sentence in our first lesson to understand nasab. If I say I ate an apple outside yesterday quickly out of hunger, so I is the doer, it's the inside doer in this case. Okay, in Arabic, right? Ate is our fail. Okay, apple is the details. Outside is also another detail. So what did I eat? Where did I eat? When did I eat? How did I eat? And out of hunger, why did I eat it? Okay. All these things are details, they are muffled. Okay. And in fail studies, there are different types of muffled. You don't have to remember or memorize what types are everything, but just to understand that, because all muffles you will find them very easily because they will be in the nasab status. Okay. And of course you have one fail a file. Once you get the file, everything else is muffled kind of thing. Okay. So there's something called maful bihi. Okay, so bahi, but it should be bihi. Okay, maful bihi. Who or what details. So if the question is who or what, then the maful is called maful bihi. Okay. If it is a maful fihi, that means it's when or where details about the timing and the place. Okay. Maful hal means how. Okay, so it's like morely like adverbs. Okay, and mafullahu. Okay, mafullahu is details why it's happening. So different questions: who, what, when, where. Depending on the questions, you get different types of maful. Okay, and the last one is called maful mutlaq. Okay, this is the emphasizer. So this is a special kind of maful, when it is used in the Quran, it's called masdar. We're not going to know about masdar yet, but just remember this is a special kind of maful. It is used to emphasize, to make something more stronger. Okay, and we're going to discuss maful mutlaq, and I'll show you some examples very soon, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, in the next slides. Okay, so these are different. So what I'm trying to say, just remember that I'm not going to ask you, okay, what is maful b, what is maful b, but you have to know that there are different terminology related to maful. Okay, as long as you understand maful means details. Now the details could be different types of details: who details, what details, when details, where details, how details, why details, and emphasize it. Depending on them, they have different terminology. If you can remember this, alhamdulillah. If you cannot, that's also fine, but as long as you know what is maful, that is should be good. Okay, for example, if I say rafa'na fawkakum tura, rafa'na. Rafa'na means, it's the inside doer nahnu. Rafa'na. Rafa'na means we raised, because nahnu version. Fawkakum. Okay. Fawkakum means who? What? Who knows what is fawkakum? That's already there, but what is the terminology for fawkakum? Where did you talk? We talked about fawkakum. Anybody remember? Fawka.
Fauka special mudaf.
A special mudaf, very good. Special mudaf. So that is a mudaf and mudaf ilayh, fawkakum, right? Special mudaf, yeah. And it means above. Fawka means to above. So above all of you, atura. And so look at this. Atura is our maful. Here it is maful bihi. So if we ask the action, rafana, we raised. What did you raise? Atura. So meaning the mountain. So that's maful bihi. And if I say, where did you raise this? Okay, it's fawkakum. Okay, above. Okay, in fact, because it's a special mudaf here, okay, it has a different terminology. We're gonna talk about it. So what I'm trying to say here, that the maful is nasab status. Sometimes it can come as mudaf and mudaf ilayh as well, because here we have two questions. We raise, what did you raise? We raised the mountain. Okay, so that is our maful bihi. Where did you raise it? Above all of you. Okay, so that is our maful fihi. So both maful is been used here. Okay, wakatala daudu jaluta. Katala daudu jaluta. Okay, so katala here is our normal hua version. Okay, as soon as you see the hua version katala like nasara, then it could have a possibility that it may have a outside doer, and we have a word after the daudu, meaning the Daud, the name Daud, the David, the prophet David, right? And it is in Rafa status. So here, who killed? Daud killed. And who did he kill? Variant Jalut. Okay. So and just so Jaluta is Nasab. Jaluta is Nasab because okay, the same sentence, if someone say Katala Dauda Jalutu, then whole thing will change. Okay, so Jalut killed Daud. Okay. So but that's not the um, meaning here. Okay. Inni
Is
Daud.
the Daudu outside door?
Yes, Daud is outside door. Yes, yes. That's why David killed Goliath. Okay. Inni Dautukum Kaumi Laylan wa Naharan. Okay. Inni means certainly I. Inni. Okay. It's inna plus e. Inni. Okay. Inni. Certainly I. Dautu. Like Nasartu. Dautu is also a I version of the fail. Okay, it's I version of the fail, meaning Ana version, like Nasartu, Ana Nasartu. Okay, so this is the tricky thing, like, and you need more practice, because if you look at the word Dawutu, you don't know actually whether, if you don't know the meaning what Dawutu means, right? You have no idea that whether it's a fail or an ism. If someone tells you the first, oh no, it's a fail. If someone tells you, don't worry, it's not an ism, it's a fail. Then you have a question: is it a past tense? Is it a present tense? You don't know present tense yet. Okay, we haven't learned that. So it's a past tense. Okay. If it is a past tense, then who does it match with out of the 14 words? Is it Dautuma? Is it Dautunna? Is it Dauta? Dautu, Nasartu? Oh, it matches Nasartu. So Dautu means I, Dawa means to Dawa, like invite. Okay. So I invited. Kaumi, my nation. Okay. And that is actually, this is not, you may think Kaumi is, what do you call that? It is Jar status. No, it is not. It was Kaum plus Ana, E, my nation. So it's a Mudaf and Mudaf Ilay. So it becomes E. Remember, we had a lesson for Kitab plus E, Kitabi. So it was actually Nasab, but because of the E attached, it became Kaumi. So certainly, I invited my nation. What did you do? Lailan and Naharan. These two are Nasab. Lainan and Naharan, they're nasab and they're in the nasab status because they are maful. So I invited my nation day and night. What type of maful is Lainan and Naharan? Maful bihi,
Mausuf.
maful bihi,
Mausuf
maful fi.
Sifa.
No, 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 not Masuf Sifa here. There's a
Oh,
wa in between.
oh yeah. Okay. Lailan.
There's a wa, so it's not
Yeah.
Masuf Sifa. Masuf Sifa. So Lailan and Nahan, these are maful fihi. When did you call? When did I call? Invited my people. Day and night. Day and night. Okay. So here it is not Masuf Sifa. There is some, of course, they have tanween, but they are in nasab status, so they are maful fihi. Maful fihi. Okay. So in this sentence, we have inni, which is actually half of nasab. Okay, inna plus i. And then Dautu is my first fail in the Ana version. Kaumi is my maful, okay, my nation. So who did I invite? My nation. It's maful bihi. When did I invite? Day and night. Lainan and Naharan. Okay. Is there any question on that? Everybody
Yeah.
clear? Okay, good. Kharaja minha. Okay. Khaifan. Kharaja minha khaifan. Kharaja means he left or he exited. Okay? Kharaja means to exit something or to get away from something. Okay, minha, from it or from her, is in this case it, khaifan, carefully. So here the khaifan is maful hal. So he left. How did he left? He left in a fearful condition. So this is example of maful hal. So every example I'm showing you is like a different maful. We can see that. Okay, okay, but all of them are in nasab status. Lailan, naharan, jaluta, atura, khaifan. They're in nasab status and they're all details and they're all maful, but they're different terminology for muffles. Okay, so this is one of them. Okay, this one is a interesting one. Nasarakallahu nasran. Nasarakallahu. What is nasarakallahu means? Can anybody explain? Nasarakallahu.
Allah helped you.
Yes, very good. Allah helped you. So here the word Allah is in Rafa status again. So Nasara. So you can see that between Nasara and the word Allahu there is a attached pronoun ka. Okay, because there's nowhere else to put it. Okay, so Nasaraka means he helped you. Nasaraka means he helped you. But then we saw there is a ism after that, the word Allah, and it's in Rafa status. So Allah helped you. Nasran, it means Allah helped you a great help. It's an emphasizer. So why that is called maful mutlaq. So when you have a fail and you change the fail to a nasab by adding a tanween, in general, this is called maful mutlaq. Okay, so if I say like I bite a burger, a big bite. Okay, so I bited it in such a big way, like big, so just like that. Okay, so to emphasize the fail, so he helped, Allah helped you. What kind of help? Great help, nasran. Okay, so that's why it's called maful mutlaq. Okay, it's not Allah helped you a help. Okay, that's what literally it means. That Allah helped you a help. Okay, Nasran means help. And Nasran is not a fail here. It's an ism because it's a tanween. Okay, Nasran. Okay, so but here it's a maful. It's still in nasab status, Nasran, but this maful is called maful mutlaq. And actually in the Quran, there's a lot of time Allah has used maful mutlaq. Okay, to emphasize that one. Okay, any question so far? No. Okay, good. I think we have one more slide. So this is just to summarize. So maful, we have maful bihi, who and what details, maful lahu, why details, maful fihi, when and where details, maful hal, how details, and maful mutlaq is the emphasizer. Okay. So I ate from the plate in a hurry. Okay. Ashabu fi darihim khashiyan. So this is different examples of that. Okay. Now there is something else called MBF. We talked about MBK before. Okay, in Jumla Ismiya, if you remember MBK, right? The details about the khabar. Okay, the more details about the khabar is called MBK. There is something called Mutalik bil fail. It was Mutalik bil khabar in Jumla Ismiya. In jumla failure, it's called muta'alliq bil fail. And it's the same thing, same kind of thing. When you see a maf'ul, so muta'alliq bil fail is a kind of maf'ul, but it has a different name. Why? This maf'ul is actually a harf of jar. If you see a harf of jar as a maf'ul, that maf'ul is called muta'alliq bil fail. Okay, meaning it has more details about the fail. Okay, that's what it calls. Okay, so here, if you see the thing here, so in a jumla failure, in a jumla sentence, jumla failure sentence, okay, there is a fail, okay, then the file, it could be inside or outside, then there is maf'ul, and sometime after maf'ul, you have a extra maf'ul, which is a harf of jar or a jar majrur. This is called muta'alliq bil fail. So don't get confused. So muta'alliq bil fail is still a maf'ul, but it has a special name. Why? Because these are the jar majrur fail. They are not in nasab status. All the maf'ul that you saw, Laylan and Naharan, Jaluta, all this, okay, Nasran, they're like all maf'ul by themselves. All on the left hand side, maf'ul bihi, maf'ul lahu, maf'ul fihi, maf'ul hal, okay. But there's a special kind of maf'ul that is constructed with jar majrur, the jar majrur that you learn, fi, min, bi, okay, ana, ala, all these things, okay. That maf'ul is called maf'ul muta'alliq bil failure, MBF, okay, and this is one of them. So there are 4 components of jumla failure, okay. Not necessary that everything will be there. Sometimes out of these 4, only one is enough. If I say nasara, that means he helped. That is also jumla failure. If I say nasara ka, then the 2 component, fail and file. Okay, fail and maful, sorry, fail and maful. If I say khalaqallahu, Allah created, only 2 component, fail and file. Okay. If I say khalaqallahukum or khalaqakumullahu, okay, Allah created all of you. Okay. So that's also the whole thing. Okay. So in general, jumla failure has 4 components: fail, file, maful, and muta'alliq bil fail. Okay. They may have all of it, okay, they may have only 2 of it, but fail has to be there. Obviously, without fail there's no jumla failure. Okay, so fail has to be there, and that is the mandatory part. Everything else can be there or cannot be there. Okay, but this is how it's constructed. If you compare this with jumla ismiya, in jumla ismiya we had a mubtada, okay, the first rafa or harf of nasab, if you remember. Then we had a khabar, which is our second rafa, okay, and khabar can sometimes could be nasab as well, which we haven't seen yet. We'll see it in next week or so, inshallah ta'ala, okay. And then we also had muta'alliq bil khabar, MBK. These were a jumla ismiya. In jumla failure, we have fail, file, maful, and MBF, okay. It doesn't have to be maful all the time. It may have a maful, it may have many maful. Like for example, inni da'utu qaumi laylan wa naharan. We have 3 maful, right? Sometimes it could be 1 maful. Sometimes it could be a maful and a maful muta'alliq will fail also. So there could be many combination, but the order is like this: fail, file, maful, and muta'alliq will fail. These are the general order of jumla failure. Okay. We have how much time we have? We still have 7 minutes, so let's keep going, inshallah. So the order of jumla failure is like fail, file, maful, and muta'alliq bil fail. Can anyone remind me that what is the general pattern or general sequence of jumla ismiya? What comes first? What comes second? What comes third? Usually.
Mubtada khabar, muta'alliq bil khabar.
Okay. And when the sequence change, what happened?
Mm. Mm.
Something happens, right?
Only that
Yeah,
extra,
exclusivity.
only meaning
Yeah.
exclusivity.
Yeah, and or you can say that in Arabic, ikhtisas or ihtimam. Okay, so sometimes you have to bring the word only or exclusively. Okay, when the sequence change. Same thing happens in jumla failure also. Okay, so sometimes you can see the maf'ul and muta'alliq will fail the before, and the fail is in the middle and the file. But one thing has to be fixed in the jumla failure, that is fail and file. File can, like outside file, can never be before fail. That is for sure. Outside file can never be before fail. It has to be always after the fail, okay? But maful, any kind of maful can go before fail, no problem, okay? And if it does, sometimes it changes the meaning with the same thing that as like jumla ismiya exclusivity, but it's not that common in the jumla fi'liya. It is very common in the jumla ismiya, okay, but not in jumla fi'liya, okay? But it does happen, okay? So file is either inside or after, never before fail. When sequence is abnormal, it creates exclusivity. If maful bihi is a pronoun, number 3, look at number 3. If maful bihi is a pronoun, it looks abnormal order but considered normal. So you can see that sometimes maful is before the file, before the outside doer. But if that is a maful bihi is a attached pronoun, then it is normal. It is not abnormal, although it looks before that. For maful fihi, meaning time and place, generally it always considered normal in any sequence. Generally is always considered normal in sequence. Okay, so that's why in jumla failure, unlike jumla ismiya, it also creates exclusivity, but not as much as it does in jumla ismiya. Everybody understand? So it does, but not as much. Okay, not as much. Okay. For example, if I say tawakkalna Allah, tawakkalna, okay, tawakkal means to have trust or rely. Okay, we rely on Allah. That's what it means. We rely on Allah. Allahi. Allahi here is what component? What is the Allahi means? Anyone? What did you talk about Allah? It's a harf of jar, Allah. Assalamu alaikum is Allah. So Allahi means upon Allah. Upon Allah or on Allah. So it's a jar majrur. So it's a maful, mutalliq bil fail here. It's a mutalliq bil fail here. Okay. So here we can see the sequence. Look at the sequence. Tawakkalna. So tawakkalna has an inside pronoun, which is a nahnu. So that is fine. It's a main sequence. Then we have alallahi, maful, mutalliq bil fail is after that. That's why we say we rely on Allah. But if we say Allahi tawakkalna, then what will be the meaning? We rely only on Allah. Because Allahi is before that. Allahi is before that. Everybody understand this far or not? Any confusion? All clear? Okay, good. Allahi, this part of the sentence is a maf'ul, a special maf'ul, is called maf'ul, it's called muta'alliq bil fail because it's a jar majrur. Allahi is a jar majrur. Allahi is not a new thing. You already know about ala and ila and in harf of jar, min, fi, ala, an. Okay, all of this you know that, right? So Allahi is, but if Allahi comes before, because if it's an abnormal sequence, so that's why we say we rely only on Allah, if that will be the meaning of that. Okay. Now look at this ayah. Amanna bihi wa alayhi tawakkalna. Amanna means to believe. Amanna bihi means, what is amanna bihi means? What does bihi means? Anyone?
With him.
With him or in him. Okay, like in the Bismillah, like bihi. Okay, Bismi. So bihi, with him or in him. So we believe in him. This part, amanna bihi, sister, is it normal sequence or abnormal sequence?
Amanna is file and field.
Fail, yeah,
Right.
and the bihi is MBF.
Yeah.
So this is normal, right?
No, I think normal.
Normal, it is normal. So if it is normal, then we should translate it normally. We believe in him, or we believe with him or in him, okay? But then we have wa means and, alayhi tawakkalna. Now, is this normal? No, it's not, because alayhi is meaning upon him, is maful bi, the mutallaq bil fail is before tawakkal. Okay, so the translation of this ayah is, we believe in him and only on him we trust. or we put our trust. Only on him we put our trust. And if you think deeply, this is I actually from Surah Al-Mulk, okay, towards the end, okay, ayah number 29, okay. Do you only believe in Allah? No, we believe other things also. We believe in the Quran, we believe in the Rasul, we believe in the angels, we believe in our parents, okay, we believe in the sun and the moon. We don't only believe in Allah. So if Allah would have said, Bihi amanna, that would have been wrong. But when it comes to putting the ultimate trust, the tawakkul, at the end of the day, we put tawakkul only on Allah because He is the one who decides. We can do our tries and everything, okay? But at the end of the day, it is we put our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because we can plan everything. It can go wrong, right? So that's why we say inshallah. We say when we'll do say inshallah. Why did you say inshallah? Because God willing, if Allah wish, okay? So that's why in the same sentence, just with an wa, Allah changed one, Allah put in normal sequence, because that makes sense. Because we've been, even in our kalima, we believe in other things. We believe in almost 6, 7 things, right? We believe in akhirah, we believe in the angels, okay? So that was normal. Allah didn't say we believe only in Allah. But when it comes to tawakkul, we didn't put tawakkul in Rasul. We can't put tawakkul on angels or in the akhirah or anything else or anybody else, right? Our tawakkul is only with Allah. So one is normal sequence, one is with exclusivity. Okay, and look how precise is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, the
So
last,
is there
yeah,
a two file and fill? Amanna
yes,
and tawakkalna?
yes. It's on
Okay.
one sentence, but it could be it's two fail and file is because it's connected with the why. You can say it's like two jumla failure coming together. Okay. One ayah doesn't mean one sentence, okay? So it's two parts of the sentence, two sentences connected with wa, okay? This one, nasarakumullahu. So this is just an example that in this one, also it looks the sequence is abnormal. But according to our rule number 3, we said that if the maf'ul bihi is a pronoun, then we keep it normal. So nasarakumullahu, the nasara is the fail, the word Allah is the file, and maf'ul is kum, but maf'ul is before the file. So it looks abnormal, but still, because it's the attached pronoun, we keep it normal. We don't say Allah helped only all of you. We don't say that. We say Allah helped all of you. Okay, just to give it an example. Everyone clear? Okay. I think it's time today. So yeah, we'll keep it here. We'll go to the slide next week, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. So we'll stop here because we have some other things about jumla ismi and failure together. We're gonna compare those, inshallah ta'ala. So what we learned today, we learned actually very important things today. Just to summarize in 1 minute, is we learned how the pronoun he or she of the fail chart can be replaced with an outside doer, and it can only happen with he and she, not with other pronouns. That's number 1. And the condition for that, the file, the outside doer, has to be an ism in a rafi status after the fail. Okay, and we learned that one. Then we talked about the components of jumla failure, and in learning that, we talked about outside file, inside file. We also talked about different types of maf'ul. Maf'ul means details, okay? And then also we have a special maf'ul called muta'alliq bil fail. That is why it's special, because it is jar majrur, okay? And if the sequence changes, sometimes there is exclusivity, and we saw some examples, okay? So this is what we learned, alhamdulillah. So we'll stop the recording now, inshallah ta'ala. And next week, I'm planning that, for Sydney time 7:30, because our times are changing, okay? And from Sunday, daylight saving, people who are in Australia, they already know. If you're not from Australia, you can check in your iPhone, they know the times, how the time changes in Australia, the daylight saving. So we're keeping it Sydney time 7:30, inshallah ta'ala, after Maghrib. And we'll see how we go, how other people respond to that. And then if we need, we have to change the time, inshallah ta'ala, okay? So with this, I finish. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. And I'll stop the